And for the residents of Miami-Dade, getting your COVID-19 vaccination is an important part. Help everyone stay safe as we continue to fight the spread. And we can protect those most vulnerable around us. With easy access to vaccination locations and the growing ability for more people to be protected, it's our best shot to keep moving forward. It's our best shot for a strong, healthy community. For more information, visit miamidade.gov/vaccine.
Hello, this is WDNA 88.9 FM and WDNA.org. This is the UN Frost Jazz Hour that comes to you every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And we present, as you know, the best of the Frost School of Music. Today is a very special day because we are going to say goodbye to one of our favorite singers and alumnus. Now that you graduate, you're an alumni, no alumnus. So this is Valentina Shelton, which is her quartet. Valentina, you're going to hear Valentina in different phases. She's going to play piano. She's going to just solo singing, along with George Bermudez on guitar, and Marty Quinn on bass, and Brian Masla on drums. So here you go with, first of all, thank you very much with the audience. This is, yeah. Wow, that sounds like an audience. I was about to buy an upload record, so yeah, because it used to be full all the time, with the pandemic, and now, we're trying to get the audience back. So tell your friends. Tell everybody this doesn't cost anything. This is, and there's a different group every week, and it's going to be great every week. So here we are with Valentina Shelton group, and the first song is Lucky to Be a Lady. I'm sure you are.
They call me Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times I have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on a date with me, the pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over, I might give you the brush. I might forget my manners, I might forget to stay. And so the best that we can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a lady tonight. Luck if I've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see just how nice a dame I can be. Now I know the way I've treated other guys I've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and then blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep this party polite. Oh, never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the gal that you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight. or get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the gal that you came in with. Luck be a lady, luck be a lady, luck be a lady tonight. Tonight, luck be a lady tonight. Thank you.
Wow, that sounds like real applause there. Thank you, guys. Now we're going to perform Agua de Beber. I remember when I was a small guy, and I bought one of my favorite records, which was Sergio Mendes and Brazil 67. I mean, could you mind? You know, I won't even tell my age. But anyway, and one of the favorite songs, actually, there were many hits in that record, and one of them was Agua de Beber. So here we are, Agua de Beber. Which version is this? Is this how would I say, the samba version? Or yeah, all righty.
Your love is rain, in my heart the flower. I need your love or I will die. My very life is in your power. And will I wither and fade or bloom to the sky? Agua de beber, camarada. Agua de beber, camarada. Your love is rain, and my heart is the flower. I need your love, or I will die. My very life is in your power. Will I wither and fade or bloom to the sky? Agua de beber, camarada. Agua de beber, camarada.
I want to mention some of the coming attractions that next week we're going to have Martin Bejerano. Martin is a jazz teacher in the Pro School of Music. I will say if you're going to miss one concert, do not miss that one because it's going to be wonderful. And he's going to play selections from his later album, which is a solo album. So please don't mention that one. And on June 30, we're going to have actually a person who has been with WDNA for a long time, and then he came back last week, Hal Roland, who is a very well-known feature here in Miami. So get that on your calendar because it's going to be really good. And here we have I'll hang my tears on out to try. Did I get it? Yes. Oh boy, okay.
The torch I carry is handsome. It's worth its heartache in ransom. And when the twilight steals, I know how the lady in the harbor feels. When I want rain, I get sunny weather. I am just as blue as the sky. Since love has gone, I can't pull myself together. Guess I'll hang my tears out to dry. Friends ask me out, and I tell them that I'm busy. I must get a new alibi. I hang around at home, and I ask myself, where is he? Guess I hang my tears out to dry. Dry little teardrops, my little teardrops, hanging on a stream of dreams. Fly little memories, my little memories, go remind him of our crazy schemes. Somebody says, just forget about him. So I gave that treatment a try. Strangely enough, I got along without him. And then one day he passed me right by. Oh well, I guess I'll hang my tears out to dry.
Okay, and now we can begin with el interrogatorio or the interrogatory of. Anyway, I know this lady for 4 years now. You know, I met her or saw her for the first time in the how do you call the Monday night hang, and I say, well, I gotta get her down there, you know, and I got her down here for about 5 times, 5 or 6 times. You know, you've been one of the most attractive figure in in 4 years that I had you here. So anyway, you know, let's talk a little bit about you. You know, you started. When do you started in music? You know, like you really like music and you want to get yourself as a performer.
Well, when I was probably really young, I think like 4 or 5, my family, my parents said, you have to take piano lessons.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. And I loved it, so I continued. But I was classical for up until probably I was 12 and a half or something, because then I was junior high and high school. And so I switched into jazz to be in the jazz band and stuff. Yeah, and with singing too, I was classical, and then I switched about that age.
Do you take
into
lessons
jazz.
in jazz piano or just?
Yeah. I took lessons with Martin and with Shelley Berg throughout the 4 years, so definitely keeping that up.
Yeah, but in LA, you know, you took.
Yeah, I took lessons and for both. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also your family's in show business, you know, so that
they're artists. I know what the artist life is like, you know,
Yeah,
from
I
growing
know,
up with them.
yeah.
I know it's not an easy path.
Yeah.
That's why I think I appreciate it.
Can I say who your father is?
Well, I guess we're there now, but he's a writer. So, yeah.
Well, I know. As his father is Robert Shelton. He was the director of Bull Durham. It was an Oscar-nominated film about in 1988. I think it was. And your mother is Lolita Dovanovich.
Davidovich.
Yeah, who also, you know, she was a dancer and actor. So, you know, you come from a good family.
I will tell you, a family of hard workers. That's the bottom line for sure.
Yeah, because, you know, I can see because of you that your parents, you come from very good parents, especially in the show business. So they can be pretty bad, you know. And I can see by the way you are.
Thank you.
You know. Yeah. Anyway, and what else has happened to your life now? What are your future plans or whatever?
Well, I'm going to head back to LA, but I'll be here in Miami I've been here for about a month, and I'll be here for another couple weeks. And then I'll go back to LA, and then I'll be in Jazz Aspen Academy. I was really excited to get into that with Brahm over there. Going to play in my band for the 2-week intensive in Colorado. So we'll be there for 2 weeks in July, and then I'll be back in Miami working, and then I'll be back in August in LA to transition back there.
And the next step, nobody knows, you know. So you know, we'll see what happens.
Follow the work wherever.
Not even you. And we're going to hear something called "If You Hadn't."
Yes.
Who wrote this one?
This is from a musical called Two on the Aisle. Christian Chenoweth performed a famous version of this. Because when I started in the classical and the musical theater kind of realm, that still were so many great stories, and all these, I really picked a lot of writers that I love, like some Cole Porters, some Frank Lessers, you know, writers, composers, and lyricists.
Well, some of the best writers in
that's really what I'm looking
at. In the
at.
American Songbook, you know, they come from musicals.
Right. And so this is one, that no one's really heard of, but I took a jazz interpretation of it, so.
Exactly, yeah. Most of them, I would say most of them, but many of the, you know, Cole Porter, Jerome Kern, Gershwin, you know, and they're all from the American Songbook. Yeah. And they are the songs that we know nowadays, you know, songs from musicals.
Right, and those guys that you all mentioned are all lyricists and composers, and I love that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Anyway, we're going to listen to If You Hadn't.
Yes. as usual, my man, breaking my foolish heart. I really don't know what to do about him. I've told myself I've got to do without him. There he goes as usual, my man, tearing my heart apart. He's made my life a mess. I've got to do this, I guess. Goodbye, Joe. From here I kiss you. Goodbye, Joe. I hope I don't miss you. If you had been on the square and had treated me fair and we'd not had a tip, if you had not said I should go and jump right off the nearest cliff, if you had stayed on the make and had never had taking to coming home stiff, if I had not smelled perfume with a nasty, unfamiliar whiff, I'm gonna miss you, baby. Things could have been terrific. What's the diff? If you cheated, if you were just not such a two-timing guy, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, but you have and you were and you went and you did, and so goodbye. If you had been on the square and had treated me fair and we'd not had a tiff, if you had not said I should go and jump right off that nearest cliff, if you had stayed on the make and had never had taking to coming home stiff, if I had not smelled perfume with a nasty, unfamiliar whiff, I'm gonna miss you, baby. Things could have been terrific. What's the diff? If you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, if you hadn't, if you didn't, if you weren't, if you hadn't. If you didn't, though you could have, but you didn't, though you should have, though you didn't, but you weren't, though you could have, but you didn't, but you have and you were and you went and you did, and so good, 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 bye. Thank you.
And now we're going to take a short break, and we're going to be right back. Valentina Shelton group, and it's Valentina on piano and vocals, George Bermudez on guitar, Brian Masla on drums, and Marty Quinn on bass. And as a matter of fact, many of these musicians, have been with me, in the last 3 or 4 months. It's been real great, working with a lot of with the best at Frost. And remember on June 23rd, and Martin Bejerano, that's going to be next week. And June 30, Hal Roland, Martin Bejerano is going to be, he's the best of one of the best of the best. So anyway, we have our next song is it's called Eu a Brisa.
One, two, three.
Se a juventude que essa brisa canta ficasse aqui comigo mais um pouco, eu poderia esquecer a dor de ser tão só pra ser um sonho. E aí então, que sabe, alguém chegasse buscando um sonho em forma de desejo. Felicidade então pra nós seria e depois que a tarde nos trouxesse a lua, seu amor chegasse, eu não resistiria, e a madrugada acalentaria a nossa paz. Fica, o brisa fica, pois talvez, que sabe, o inesperado faça uma surpresa e traga alguém que queira te escutar. Junto a mim queira ficar, junto a mim. Se a juventude que essa brisa canta ficasse aqui comigo mais um pouco, eu poderia esquecer a dor de ser tão só, trazer um sonho. E aí então, que sabe, alguém chegasse buscando sonho em forma de desejo, felicidade então pra nós seria. E depois que a tarde nos trouxesse a lua, se o amor chegasse eu não resistiria, e a madrugada acalentaria a nossa paz. Fica, o brisa fica, pois talvez, que sabe, inesperado faça uma surpresa e traga alguém que queira te escutar junto a mim, queira ficar junto a mim, queira ficar.
Who's the composer of that song? Yes, beautiful.
Johnny Alf.
Who?
Johnny Alf, he was Joe Beam's, one of his favorite composers. And that song was what Joe Beam considered a masterpiece song to kind of base songs off of. Wow, this is the art that we all look at. Was by Johnny Alfie, Elia Brisa.
So Jobim was a fan of this guy?
Well, this guy was kind of an influence of Jobim and João Gilberto and others like that. Kind of, this is when Bossa Nova started to form,
yeah, in the 50s, more or less,
Right.
and they say, well, that Jobim invented Bossa Nova, and that's not right. That was a movement,
This guy
actually,
too
of,
was really, really
of many people that were there. Yeah, anyway, I said, beautiful. And I'm going now out here, but I'm going to wait till you record that song, and then I'll buy it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
And anyway, this is another classic here, The Shadow of Your Smile.
The shadow of your smile when you are gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn and look into my eyes, my love, and see all the lovely things you are to me. Our wistful little stars far too high, a teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. And now when I remember spring and all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. And now when I remember spring and all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering. I will be remembering the shadow of your smile.
Well, now we go from Brazil to France. Well, Shadow of Your Smile. Who is the composer of? I miss. I always miss who composed that song.
Yves Montand made a really famous version, so either he was the composer, he was the first famous
Yes.
version in France.
Yes. Anyway, we're going to listen to something called Le Fil Morte.
Le feuille morte.
I get that. I'll get that right.
Oh, no worries.
The next time you're here, okay?
No worries. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Tu m'aimais et je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Moi qui t'aimais et toi qui m'aimais. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment. Tout doucement sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le sable. Et les pas des amants désunis, c'est une chanson. C'est une chanson qui lui ressemble. Moi qui t'aimais, et nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Les deux ensemble, moi qui t'aimais, je t'aimais. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Et toi tu m'aimes, et moi je t'aime. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Les deux ensemble. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment. Et tout doucement, sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le sable. des amants désunis. Yeah, désunis. Ah, c'est une chanson de... Hey, hey, c'est une chanson d'une folie. Merci.
Yes, thank you very much. And now you got me. That's the good old autumn leaves. Yeah. I was trying to figure out, and that, but I never learned, the real,
It was because it was originally this French song.
original, yeah, like many songs that are Spanish songs, and
Yeah.
they're known by the Spanish titles. I want to remind you that next week we're going to have Martín Bejerano on piano. That is going to be fantastic. And June 30, Hal Roland, our own Hal Roland, who is back with us as a DJ, as many other things. Anyway, let me see what I was going to say. Well, we have only one song left, so I'm going to present the musicians again. Valentina Shelton on piano and vocals. Josh,
Thank you.
yes. And Josh Bermudez on guitar. Wow, one of the best, I want to say one of the best that we ever had on that instrument. Brian Masla on drums. Yes, sir. And Marty Quinn on bass. I think that we have Marty. We're going to have Marty here on the 25th of August, right? Yeah. A great, that 3 years ago, I remember before the pandemic started, we had a great performance by your group, so I hope that you have something similar. And anyway, I want to say something about Valentina, man. We're really going to miss you around here, personally, but I know that you'll be back.
I definitely will. Thank you, Albert.
Yeah, and anyway, me and other people around here on the station will miss you a lot.
I love being here. I've been here like every year, I think, since I was a freshman. Something, different each time. And then with some ensembles, too.
Yeah. I never made. I didn't lose any time. I say, well, I'm gonna grab her, and there you are.
No, thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Every time, I love it. Every time, and everybody's so great here. It's really a great station and program. Seriously.
Well, you know that the show is open for you and for everybody else, who have connections to UM, and here we go. So we have one last song. It's All Right With Me. What about that song?
This is a Cole Porter song.
Oh, okay.
This is a little arrangement of mine. Yeah. It's the wrong time and the wrong place. Though your face is lovely, it's the wrong face. It's not his face, but such a charming face that it's all right with me. It's the wrong song in the wrong style. Though your smile is lovely, it's the wrong smile. It's not his smile, but such a lovely smile that it's it's all right with me. You can't know how happy I am that we met. I'm strangely attracted to you. There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? It's the wrong game and the wrong ships. Oh, your lips look tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not his lips, but they're such tempting lips that if some night you're free, dear, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right with me. Always the wrong time and the wrong ships. Though your lips look tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not his lips, but they're such tempting lips that if some night you're free, dear, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right with me. It's all right with me. Thank you.